And we are live on a Wednesday, because I don't want to do anything when I get off from doing overtime stuff this week. Oh yeah, and Alexis is here because it's also one of her days off.
I also exist.
So yeah, we're back on Frieza Planet 419. No one ever likes to go to Frieza Planet 419. Even and especially when before it was Frieza Planet 419.
That's that. We're the winners here.
Check my stats, seeing if there's anything I can upgrade, because I just got another rainbow orb.
The rainbows.
Taste it.
I don't want to taste the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow.
But I mean, I don't know where that rainbow's been.
Okay, I need 3 more for the next level of full tilt.
Are the psychic powers useless?
Haven't gotten them yet, but they likely will be.
Wow.
There we go.
You see, unlike other Dragon Ball characters, Bardock is openly okay with murder. Trash.
Who the hell are you? What a strange bunch. You think that explosion just now was? So, what? You'll get your allies over here if you know what's good for you. The invaders are here! Somebody! Anybody!
Kanasan.
Kanasan? I don't think we're in Kanasan ever. We're in Kansas anymore.
What's the printer making? The printer is making a Monado. It is making Pyra's Monado from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which Alexis is getting as a gift. I say gift, but she's paying for the materials.
I'm being serious, damn it!
I guess like flying around is like just a natural trait some aliens can do.
What? Is that all? Damn, they're just too powerful. We'll put a stop to them and show them what Colossus made of.
Davis hated. I can see the future. And then you died, and then you died, and then you died.
Yeah, you weren't here when I discussed this, but I really like how Bardock's attacks actually mix in various types of energy blasts. If you see the combo string long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's that kind of fighter.
Which honestly, I wish Dragon Ball characters did more, but considering the series started out with the martial arts focus, it's understandable why they don't.
Right. And also it gives Bardock a chance to separate himself from the other fighters.
Yeah. Especially since in a lot of games he's just a palette swap with Goku with slightly different techniques.
Yeah. And a slightly rougher voice.
And a scar. Which again, it makes it so easy to just use the Goku character model with just a few palette swap details.
Other people are looking at this and going, oh, we are so boned.
Basically, you're extra boned.
Are we wishboned? Iris versus Unicron. Turles is also a power swap.
Yeah, so when I was playing the Dragon Ball fighting games, like, Turles was never a character that popped in there. He mainly popped up as a character to play / fight against in the Tenkaichi games, and I never really got into the Tenkaichi games, just the first 3 Budokais. Like, if he's in 1 through 3, I just do not remember it. Like, he might have been in 2? The chat's gonna have to look that up for me, because I'm playing at the moment. But yeah, if he is in 1 through 3, I do not at all remember.
Joey Nakao, you'd think that Vegeta would incorporate Ki Blast since he isn't a martial artist.
Yeah, but Vegeta's kind of lazy like that when he's starting out as a character, and then once he's integrated into the cast, it's like, I have to beat Kakarot at his own game.
Not like I like him or anything.
Then, you know, it's Toriyama writing versus a character who first got really expanded due to Toei staff. Davis Hayden, I mean, he was in Xenoverse 2. Yeah, but Xenoverse 2 is not a game I played. Again, that was my point. Because bar when we did Fighters and... Yeah, bar Fighters and this, I had not bought a Dragon Ball game since Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 in the mid-2000s. So I skipped the Tenkaichi, I skipped Raging Blast, I skipped everything since those.
DJ Toku, evening folks. You miss anything? The Great War.
Well, first the universe was created.
And then I came into existence. The things got fuzzy after that.
What a load of crap.
Rise vs. Trollus was in the Tenkaichi games. Yeah, and again, I didn't play those, so I wouldn't have known that he was there. Again, my point.
That takes care of everything here.
Don't forget to target those towers. Sure. Eat that! Right, should we head to the next spot? Yeah. Let's keep going and obliterate these guys. That's 100 for me! How about you guys?
Just got an item that called an EXP protein.
Protein?
Ooh, plus 10 EXP for 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I got enough for full tilts level 3. So yeah, that's gonna go nuts.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to grab it.
You don't have any Zorbs.
Yeah. This is annoying.
Yeah, you gotta get more Zorbs. And a Zorbid amount.
Okay, so let's put that EXP protein on.
Lost count a long time ago.
But we're definitely piling up the bodies.
At this rate, we might not have anything left to smash as great apes. Hey, that better not be true. I was looking forward to going ape on their asses. Then try to show some restraint. Save some for later.
Yep, there we go.
Fine. Whatever. I'll ease up. I guess.
Black Citric, did you change the stream date? I remember seeing the 25th. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be working tomorrow, and I want you to do the stream some of the last work day of the week, just so I'd be free to, like, rest, because it's been Prime Week.
It's been 2 weeks of the Prime Week.
Yeah. And I might actually be called off of work tonight, because Outbound, my side of the working relationship, is low on work, but management doesn't want to single out Inbound, aka the Stowe side, aka the assholes, for overtime if they don't have to. So if Stowe is doing their job and actually got their numbers down like they were supposed to, I'll get called off of work tonight. If they didn't, I go in and get overtime. Basically a win-win situation.
And then...
Because, as is the complaint, the only thing that's worse than the Inbound team at night shift is just day shift in general. Because, as is the recurring joke, I don't want to go to day shift. I don't want to go to day shift and do day shift's work. Day shift doesn't even do their own work.
There's so many guys to murder.
No, not murder, unalive.
No, you're definitely murdering them. I mean, there's that one guy. I see one guy, his brain's there. You know, you guys have the unfortunate, like, if you guys just didn't make a colony here, didn't have an advanced life and stuff, you know, like, you just had to exist, didn't you?
Look, at least they're direct about it. What if Frieza was the kind of ruler to, like, engineer a bioweapon tailored to each planet's species to cause mass death without anybody knowing about it?
That would be evil.
That would be even more evil.
DJ Choku, but don't Night Shift have to deal with the vampires?
No, I'm pretty safe there. The joke there being, I'm the vampire.
That's what he thinks.
Let me show you what I've got.
Black Century King, I'm still not sure of whether or not I'm happy I was fired from Amazon. Then again, there would still be a chance of me being let go and replaced by a robot.
Yeah. And Alexis would be in better shape had the whole mess that happened to her not happened.
Davis Hayden, those people that you're fighting, they're being relieved of their life privileges.
Mm-hmm. They're overdrawn to the life bank.
Exactly. We need to equalize things.
Man, they really sure didn't see this coming.
You never see it coming. Blur. DJ Toku, I'm shocked Frieza doesn't have bioweapons.
I mean, if he does, he doesn't use them.
And Pirates vs. Unicron saying, surprised he didn't play the Tenkaichi games.
It's just an issue of timing. Like, those were mainly PS3 games, and no, early Tenkaichi games were also PS2. I think I was just playing some other things or didn't have the money to buy them at the time.
That's usually how it is for most kids, that if you didn't play this other popular game, it's because you were playing another popular game.
Yeah. Like, I think those might have been the years where I was just busy with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game. Or Nintendo DS stuff. That's also a high possibility.
So how far did you get into this?
We're on Kanasa, and last time I just did everything leading up to getting Bardock to Kanasa.
What's L1 plus R1?
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I forgot about that.
I die, damn you! Damn outsider. That's the end of it. I was hoping I'd have a little more fun.
Looks like Black Century King says, and as someone who was inbound, I do understand there were so many times where the machines would break down for no reason and people not showing up, not enough items to do the work.
Well, here's my issue with inbound in general. They genuinely do not do their jobs. And then they deliberately go out of their way to annoy me because there are members of their team who scream really loudly for absolutely, and I do mean absolutely, no reason. And considering my noise sensitivity, I have been at risk of suffering blackouts from sensory overload, and I have asked them for 7 goddamn years to stop. To the point that I have actually gotten a work accommodation to keep me explicitly the fuck away from them, and for them to explicitly stay the fuck away from me. Thing is, they are not keeping to this work accommodation. They're instead doing everything to drive me up the wall, including but not limited to turning the radios up so loud they are louder than shotgun blasts, and that is not an exaggeration. There is absolutely no justifiable reason for them to be maxing out the volume of the radios on every goddamn floor and setting them up so they then echo throughout the building. We can hear them clearly inside of the break rooms. That is how bad and how maliciously they are acting. And that is on top of their actual failure to actually do their job, because anytime, and literally anytime, we have a set of items that were supposed to be stocked individually, they are instead put together as a master pack, as in multiple items counted as one item, which throws off the inventory like crazy. And I am literally the only person in the pick department, and I am not exaggerating on that. I have been noted and commended for monitoring and calling this out, that actually pays attention to when this is occurring. So literally, our building loses a lot of stock, inventory, and product because no one down the line, after Stowe puts these items in like that, actually can figure out that they are stocked improperly, except for me. I'm the only one in the building who pays attention to that. And it is driving me absolutely mad, because Stowe has been called out for it numerous times. But that is the sin of actually being that damn good at my job. Primus vs. Unicron sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen. That's what I keep telling HR.
Not even a pleasant distraction.
Okay, yeah, that's easily doable. Are there any other buildings I can just blast? Okay, blast that. Okay, blast that. Basically, a bridge to Vegeta, I'm surrounded by idiots. And the thing is, it's not even everybody. It's just a group of assholes who neither want to do their jobs nor want to let people be alone and do theirs. I've even asked them, as a compromise, to just mark where the volume level should be with the radio issue, and yet they refuse to even do that. They're marked now. There is a long red line that showcases where the radio volume is not supposed to be. And they still keep maxing it out. 25% volume is more than enough for what is needed for their sector of the job. They still don't do it that way.
Huh. Better show that spunk while you can.
You're outmatched. Don't expect any mercy.
My fellow Canossians, we must defend our planet!
I can see the future! This will go very bad for us!
Yeah.
We won't let you have
Right? Javelin!
Yeah, remember, you do have, like, to use that, like, wave clearing one whenever you get a chance.
Yeah, but I have to build up the gauge for it. That's the entire thing.
Some of you may die.
But that is a risk I'm willing to take.
How inspiring. Almost brings a tear to my eye. Too bad, though. A girl's gotta eat.
Actually, could someone look this up? Who's voicing the girl member of Bardock's team in this? Because it kind of sounds like the voice actress who voiced original English dub Frieza. It might not be the same woman, but it sounds similar because I heard them recently when the current voice actor for Frieza met them at a con.
I was hoping we could have at least a little more fun.
Linda Young.
Yeah, that's the original voice actor for Frieza, I think.
I got this.
Princess.
Oh, Alexis, the other reason I hold off on the L1, R1 is that it resets the damage boost gauge.
Ah, okay.
Let's make a
Let me
show
show
of
you
it.
what I've got.
This is the end.
You're in the,
Yeah.
you're in some sort of zone, a zone of peril.
But I've not been on the highway to the danger zone.
Danger zone!
Okay, since my down 2 gauge already got reset somehow, I'm not sure how. Might as well just blast through. Look at all those numbers.
Protect this planet.
No, you won't.
You didn't even try.
Worked up a little sweat.
Just for destruction still isn't satisfied.
How edgy of you, Bardock.
We reached level 30. Yee.
And you got a lot of Zorbs.
That's most of them. We didn't even need to become great apes.
Still looks like we've got some stragglers here and there.
Not too much longer until the full moon.
In that case, let's kill some time with the leftovers until night falls.
Are you going to eat them? I mean, you never know with Saiyans.
Bardock, it's time.
It's monkey time.
Right. You bastards are done.
You know that monkeys and apes are not the same thing?
Monkey.
This prequel to Attack on Titan is weird.
They are the prey and we are the hunters. Ooh. That guy's not gonna be in Rush Hour 3.
I think I stepped on a spider. Reject truck, return to monkey. This is ironic considering Goku later drives a produce truck.
Damn. That's what you get for not being more careful. But yeah, Bardock. Guess we went pretty hard, celebrating your son's birth and all.
Celebrating my son's birth? Sure, whatever.
Dad of the Year award right here.
So you should head back to planet Vegeta and see the little tyke.
Why the hell would I waste my time with that pathetically hopeless pipsqueak? What kind of fool?
Son,
do you
I have one of those. I have 2 of those.
Suit yourself.
You know, guys, we ought to thank Lord Frieza. He's been treating us good for a long time now.
But what's Lord Frieza want with a dump of a planet like this anyway?
Well, supposedly, there's some sort of weird psychic energy on this rock. At least that's the rumor, anyway.
Explains it more than this one person is
Really believes
future vision.
I hear he's been after it for quite a long time now.
Oh, doesn't Samo just enter the chat? And they were just asking about does Samo, that 3D printer, it's making parts for a Monado.
Yeah, Pyrus Blade specifically. I've not gone back to my all 100 extra canonical Galranger Mecha project. Even if I do plan to make some of those parts with the 3D printer. The thing is, I have to design them from scratch. Which is the difficult part because I suck at computer-aided design.
He caught me off guard. Hear me? Just now, I've hit you with my fabled future punch technique.
You didn't see it coming.
That you and your kind are doomed. Future punch? What the hell are you talking about? There is nothing but annihilation in your future. You will all be wiped out, just like what happened to us. How does it feel knowing the future? Knowing that your days are numbered? That's enough!
Everybody's saying now you can see the future.
I mean, I can already see the future, it's just not when I want to, which is the frustrating thing.
Skyfire001, hey, I get to be here for a stream.
Congratulations!
Hey,
You get it.
Bardock.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Bardock!
Snap out of it! Bardock!
Ah, man, he's passed out. He's gonna go to the Velvet Room now.
What are you doing? Bardock! Lord Frieza, we've just received word that planet Kanasa is ours.
Good.
That puts us about 1 month ahead of schedule.
So who did it? Who is in charge of clearing out that place?
A band of insignificant low-class Saiyan warriors.
Who somehow impressed the Ginyu Force.
Those guys have been putting in the work lately.
Some of them are indeed remarkable.
Take that Prince Vegeta, for example. He possesses a power level well beyond his years.
And then he peaked until he met Goku.
Individually, they don't amount to much, but in large numbers they can have immense power.
You sound scared of him, Zarbon.
Hardly. But they could prove to be a nuisance if we don't do something about them. I mean, there's no telling when another Vegeta will show
Christopher
up.
Sabat telling Frieza to assassinate Christopher Sabat.
Saying like that.
Chris Sabat must die.
Chris Sabat is his own worst enemy.
Trust no one, not even yourself.
So, how's he doing?
Well, physically speaking, he's completely healthy. But his brainwaves are another matter.
Also, his Gorblat is missing.
I guess
Saiyans don't have those.
Sit this
Well,
one.
how do you live without one?
What? What happened to me? What the hell's going on?
The sun is a hell of a stand.
Nothing but annihilation in your future. You will all be wiped out, just like what happened to us. How does it feel knowing the future? Knowing that your days are numbered?
Bardock! You've awakened. Hold on, I'll open the capsule for you.
What the hell was that just now?
Why do I smell the refreshing taste of mint?
A dream? No, it was different. It felt so real. A planet blowing up. A pod heading for a blue planet. Who was that kid?
DJ Toku, just think, if Frieza did not get all paranoid about them, the Saiyans might have been loyal as hell.
I mean, the general Saiyan might have been the upper echelons, or people with, like, knowledge of what Frieza's actually like. They were more conspiratorial, if I remember correctly. Depends on how much you view DBZ Abridged taking liberties to be funny, or actually following things that weren't best addressed in canon. Because, you know, it's 6 of one, half of the dozen of the other with those guys.
Skyfire, so I keep looking at Kamen Rider Gap, and I love the colors of the base form and the idea of the snack motif, but I do not like the belt. It looks just dumb.
Yeah, it looks like a junkier version of the Bill Driver, which, considering the Bill Driver's thing was supposed to be half reconstructed jank, or rather jury-rigged jank.
Kakarot.
Prize for Pseudocron. DJ Toku wouldn't be surprised if Frieza got that paranoia from King Cold. In original canon, probably. Expanded canon, the Saiyans died because Beerus told Frieza to kill them.
And because Kakarot keeps crying, and Broly next to him, it's just like, oh my god, shut up.
Gotta get to Planet Meat before
Planet Meat?
Glory.
That
is not happening.
Super attack skill tree. Ooh, I think you can upgrade stuff.
That's what I'm going over to do.
Primes versus Unicron. I'm talking about Z Broly.
Yeah.
DJ Toku, you have to get the meat. You can't have any meat if you don't have your pudding. You gotta do a training montage.
At least there's no other side quests here currently, so I can just go to a training ground right now.
Man, my head's not feeling right since I got back from Kanasa. What the hell was with that exploding planet? That kid looked like Kakarot, but it can't be him. There's no way. Damn it. My head's all messed up. Well, not a total pushover. Let me have some fun, will ya?
Oh, these are actually strong Cybermen.
The Wild Cybermen. Emerald DC, how do you guys feel about Sparking Zero so far from what was shown?
I'm okay with it. Like, it's going back to the older Budokai style, which I know people missed, so I'm not against that.
I can't wait to play as Goku mid.
Screw this place. Nothing good here. no reason to head this way.
There was a training ground
I
over
think
here.
you're-
There was earlier.
No, there is. Like, go.
I just looked past it.
Yeah, it looks like it's down on the ground. There it is.
There it is. Stupid little dot.
Bardock versus Bardock.
Hang on.
What's that?
Trying to see if it was, from work. It's not.
In the end, I tried so hard. Oh, Skyfire's been watching the new Spikes and Wolf. Yeah, Skyfire. I've been watching the new Spikes and Wolf, and I have forgotten how much I just adore Hollow and Lawrence just interacting.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Especially because of the actor illusion stuff.
Yeah.
I learned Super Ride Javelin.
And you are almost dead.
Yes. Which is annoying because they really should allow, like, abilities, training to just regenerate health after you're done with it.
You know, the Planet Meat, does it have an Arby's?
It does not have an Arby's.
Aw, what do they do have?
They have a Meat Mart. Right, I forget that only stat boosts. Unless I'm at a campground.
Fish ain't so bad. Once in a while.
Oh, and Garo, the way your camera has you set up, it looks like it says kill palette.
Hmm.
Yes, the kill palette. Okay, I'll just handle these two questions.
Dude.
Okay, so Zengetsu, if you could rewrite the plot layout for Code Geass R2, how would you handle it? We discussed that in other streams, so I'm just gonna be a little bit silly here. Obviously we need to get a mobile trade system in that Gurren, okay? Because we like, the only way I could think Cal could be even more busted if, like, she had full freedom of control and stuff like that. You know, give her like a cool energy sword or something, you know, like just, and allow her to punch snakeheads constantly. Like anytime Suzaku speaks, punch him in the face.
The entire opening act of R2 should have been 2 goddamn episodes. At most 4. It did not need to be 9.
Emerald DC, do you think Rama's one-half remake is going to keep Akane's personality the same, or change it so she doesn't become disliked? I have not engaged with Rama one-half, but
I've discussed that in previous streams.
Like he's, yeah.
Like, the problems with Akane are baked into the characterization. If you change the character, it's pointless as an application. It's... Yeah.
I was gonna handle the question because I know you've answered it before. I was gonna just...
Yeah, it's just like you started off with, you haven't seen Ranma one-half. This is like when you consider that Akane Kagome is a toned down Akane, and Kagome is still too far for some people.
Golden Gar's got himself an MG Infinite Justice.
Neat. That's one of the older ones, so it uses the inner frame and then armor shell style to it, which I always liked. But apparently it became less seen simply due to expense.
Black Century King, I still dislike the map for this game. The icons need to be bigger and give us the option to switch the map function.
Yes.
A stationary map and a rotating map work well in different games. DJ Choku, I'll never not love watching Cal beating the spin Zaku despite being in a frilly dress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And considering that that was right after Suzaku threatened to render her an invalid with threatening to dose her with refrain, like, that was deserved.
Yeah, no, that is a deserving ass kicking, and she should have, like, just gone for the full fatality and punched him off the side.
Mm-hmm.
But then she like just sits back down like a boss, like as if to say, I could easily like beat you even harder, but I am refraining.
The retrospective realization that Callan should have just thrown him off the ledge. Like, would have saved them so much pain and anguish.
Golden Garo, is that a reference to an anime? I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Skyfire 07, but wouldn't his live command trigger then? Not if he's already falling. I mean, it would trigger, but what would he be able to do about it?
That would be funny. Alright, time to live! I'm already falling. Uh-oh.
I fucking hate about this game that every time I try and do a super attack, that I get it fucking interrupted. Every goddamn time.
Oh, Gongaro, Shakugan no Shana. I have not seen that series.
It's one of those that made people sick of tsundere-ness. It was adapted into anime form from either a manga or light novel by Yasuko Kobayashi. It was one of the things she was doing when she wasn't writing toku scripts in the early mid-2000s. In fact, it took up most of her time. Which is why there was like a big gap between her doing Ryuki and her doing Den-O and Shinkenger.
Going to count, Callan should have pulled a Lady Une and shoot Suzaku after throwing him in midair.
Lady Un.
Sorry, it's been a while. That, I gotta admit, that is still pretty funny from Gundam Wing. Just like, the guy's already falling, why did you shoot?
Yeah, like, she should have just shot him when they were all at the thought elevator. It's like, her coming up out of nowhere and then shot him when he wasn't paying attention, because that would have worked.
Yeah.
But again, Sunrise was just not letting him die.
Don't worry, the Lancelot will sell like millions.
Lancelot is the worst selling of all the Code Geass figures.
They should have invested.
That is not an exaggeration.
They should have invested in current stocks. I'm just saying, like, they really should have.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bring me the perfect grade current. Two questions. Kingsword Kaijin. Hey there, Shinta. It's been a while. I don't think he's been in streams recently.
He's not been.
Yeah, so he probably missed the streams where we talked about these guys, but what do you think of the villains of King Oger?
The space bugs?
Or just in all of them, you know, like Death Rock, you know.
Death Rock was interesting because it's subverted the norm. Then the space bug faction led by Dagdead was really good because it then created an origin for why the Death Rock were the way they were. So it all congealed into a perfect whole, utilizing a bunch of things that Sentai has not done a lot of.
Emerald DC, and the next one is from Emerald DC. Saw the latest part of Super Robot Wars X, and I gotta say, I was shocked that Wing had that much missing context for its story back in the day.
Yeah, which of course, how are we supposed to know that on a Western viewer front?
Yeah, it's like, if you saw Des's Code Geass reviews, and if you haven't, you should. But like, the problems with Code Geass having, like, important lore bits, like, locked off in side material.
And the fact that Uldren Zevron is apparently going to be in the rows of the Recapture series when no one in the West who is not... no one in the West knows about her because no one has even fan-subbed her the manga she is one of the protagonists of.
Yeah,
so it's like, okay, nice to see this character... Oh wait, a lot of people have no context to what her story is.
Right, and like that's frustrating because it's like if you're knee deep in the lore, and then you recognize Uldren, you're like, oh my god, it's her. Like it's the other contender for best girl, you know?
One of the contenders for best girl because she is the Callan XP of her series, and she's the co-protagonist of the Oz series, and it's like. Granted, I'm surprised they even did that, considering Oz of the Reflection is that series that basically exonerates Lelouch of what a lot of people think make him go over his moral event horizon. Like, he never did anything with the Damocles, he just said he might, and that was enough to get the world to hate him, when... no, he was faking so his sister wouldn't seem like a genocidal psycho. Especially since Maribel joins him in basically doing the same thing because of her own post wake up from being Gias mind screwed by her bastard of a sperm donor death wish. And seriously, Maribel might not technically be the protagonist of Oz, but she is the one with the most thematically dynamic story to it. It's like she's the one who ties everything together. In fact, they're also involving Layla Malka when she had a good ending to her story as well. Shows that they're kind of begging for, like, people to get on board the Rose series when, again, Akito is not a great series either, but it was built from the ground of, hey, a lot of people are not happy with how Code Geass ended, and so let's try and give them some of the things they wanted, while also trying to explore more of the supernatural mythos plot, and oh wait, everybody actually hates that, and it is the worst part of the Code Geass series overall because it had to be shoved in.
Oh, FedEx guy is here.
Yep.
So yeah, moving on. Kira Crystal, hey Alexis, how would you feel if CyberConnect 2 made a Simple Gear game? That would be amazing.
I mean, considering Kaneko keeps teasing that he wants to make a game, but can't for some reason.
I think it could just be a money or time issue, but considering, like, okay, CyberConnect can definitely make a Simple Gear game, but only if...
Yeah.
But only if, like, if it's gonna be an arena fighter, it would have to be, like, the best quality stuff they've ever done. But personally, I could see, like, an action RPG kind of thing, you know? Anyways,
Surprised this got here this fast. The guy shipped it literally yesterday.
dang. Jodos?
Shotos.
Anyways, Golagaro agrees that Wu Fei seems like he's just pointless background noise.
Yeah, I swear the only reason they added the 5-man to the band was to avoid the rule of 4 thing that Japan has superstitions on, considering 4 in the language is either yon or she, and she having the connotation of death. You know, she, ne. For those who didn't know, that's the actual reason. But yeah, since Wu Fei went over so badly, they were less objective towards those numbers, the utilization of 4-man bands later. And yeah, Geets Shotos. I really wanted Lopo after watching the series to try and do her boost gears. Plus, of the irregular riders of Geets, I think she had the best helmet. Shout out to Tom Constantine, though. He should have gotten a transformation.
Yeah. Hey, Black Century King. Hey, Alexis, how do you feel about people wanting a Xenoblade Warriors game? I actually would really like that.
As in Dynasty Warriors?
Like, you know how there's like a Fire Emblem Warriors?
Oh,
and...
yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the Dynasty Warriors style to that, because, like,
yeah.
I also remember Onimusha Warriors, which was an arena fighter. I actually bought that game. I never did it for the show because I could not find a copy for the longest time.
But, I would really like that, if only because I just want to see the character interactions and just characters being dorks with each other, you know?
Mm.
This one looks good.
And plus, considering like how crazy Xenoblade cutscenes can show these characters, can really show how insane these characters are in terms of like their combat potential. If you throw them in a Dynasty Warriors type game, like, if you thought Rex was going crazy with the double spinning ish before, whoo boy.
It's basically that I'm not touching you, but if your fists hit me, kind of joke. I want to get one more level, so that shouldn't take me too long as I can find the right groups of Cybermen.
Let me have some fun, will ya? This is the end.
It,
That's all you got?
imagine if you died by Bardock, but every time you he was about to kill you, he said a really lame pun. So that was like the last thing you heard.
I mean, he does have the authority to do dad jokes now.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Have a nice fall. Chucks you off a cliff. Oh, that is just lame.
This is the end.
In a Kane Sword Kaijin, you missed that earlier discussion, so I'll forgive you on this, but we have seen the images of Gav, and
We're not enthused.
no. I mean, with Gaim, I keep saying this to people, but with Kamen Rider Gaim, I was intrigued because it was such a sharp departure from like what you would usually expect a Kamen Rider to be, but they clearly had a
It had the fruit motif, but the samurai and other world warrior influence was still there. So people gave it the benefit of the doubt until we actually saw it in action, and honestly, that's what we keep needing to remember to do, just see how the suits look in action, because those early teaser images, it's rare they look the best.
Yeah, so it doesn't elicit enthusiasm, but not discounting it wholesale. Golden Garo, do you consider Allenby or Schwartz the Sixth Ranger of G Gundam?
Technically, the Sixth Ranger of G Gundam is Master Asia.
Yeah, okay, if we're going, like, let's go off of, I would say...
Technically, you can count that as an 8-person group. It just not everybody, joining them in the fights.
Yeah. Though, like, in terms of story, like, what a Sixth Ranger means in the story...
Like, Schwartz is definitely the extra ranger.
Yeah, he's definitely the extra ranger, that's for sure. I want to say Allenby would be the solid 5th ranger, though. Like, not the 6th, but, like, the 5th person to show up.
Even though she is this, like, late in the game for introduction.
Yeah.
So, of the main 5, then, who does she displace?
I don't know.
Yeah. Because therein lies the problem.
This is the end. Well, that's that.
Skyflower00, my ideal Gundam would basically be Wing Zero, and as well as doing a fusion dance with the Quantown and the Strike Freedom. You're not wrong, I've seen a few people concept art that.
Black Century King, I still find it funny that Rex is one of the few handful of characters in media to have a well-earned poly relationship that wasn't forced together for asinine reasons, and he is such a king for that. Like,
I think that's because Nia, Pyra, and Mithra are all allowed to be proper characters within their narrative, whereas in other, like, Battle Harem-style storylines, the issue with a lot of them is there is a clear intended girl, and then there's a bunch of side girls that distract from development of the relationship proper. Like, even in the quote-unquote good ones, you have this.
Like, I mean, when Rex said, "I love you guys, I love everyone," he was not lying. He was honest.
We just didn't get full context until the next game.
Yeah. And oh god, poor Nia and Glimmer. They're gonna get so many dad jokes. It's like, hey, check out my swords, kids. Oh god, he's about to do it. I'm gonna take him out for a spin. Huh?
No, they're going to. He's going to take them out for a double spinning edge.
Yeah, and it's like, Rex, what do we tell you about telling dad jokes? But What?
I'm legally obligated.
It doesn't mean you have to do it.
Plenty of power now.
The only real mystery is who the hell is Mithra's kid?
You know who their descendant is, just not the kid themselves, and I swear that should be in one of the game Apocrypha notes, because people want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
I would love it if in like the next Xeno game, like they show it, but like, but like put it behind like a side quest or something like that. You know,
That would be evil and yet hilarious.
like no, like have them be part of a salvaging business. You know,
On the new Earth.
yeah.
Would be fun for the Xeno games to go to space again, but considering how that didn't quite work out the best with Xeno Saga, I consider why they're sticking with this future Magitech stuff as they did.
Orion Gold. Funny that one of the main characters of Xenoblade 3 is technically Nia's kid. That's the thing. Mio is Nia's kid, but due to
Spoilers stuff for that game, by the way.
yeah. I mean,
It's been a number of years already.
yeah, it's been a while, but like, I mean, how to put this? The minute everybody saw a silver-haired cat girl, everybody was pretty 90% sure.
Then the core crystal.
Yeah, and the core crystal, like everybody was pretty sure. Wait a minute, I've seen this before. You know.
Mm-hmm.
It points to the game for never actually like
Saying it, but
like
it
giving
being
you
obvious.
right, like which I always love it when a game is able to trust that the audience is smart enough to make that connection. Right.
Mhm. Okay, moving on again.
Joey DeCow, it is sad that a rom-com like Kananja 100 can work as a poly relationship show than most harem anime. If you've not heard that one, it's the 100 girlfriends who really love you.
I hadn't heard the Japanese name for it, but I have seen clips of that, and it's like there's some type of thing going on with the guy who's just making him like harem bait.
But the thing, the gimmick, if you will, is what if the main harem dude legitimately cared about every single one to the point there are like entire manga panels where he goes into insane detail on all of their interests and like what they love and don't like.
It's like he's not collecting them as gacha fodder, he's actually invested in that style.
Right. It's like one of those hilarious panels in that can only be pulled off in a manga,
But again, if you're going to do the harem scenario as silly as they are, that is how you do it. You have to show that they are actually building a relationship with each and every one of them in the cast of characters.
All gone.
Like, there are so many harem series which don't even bother with that.
Guess Planet Meat's all ours now.
I love this from Davis Hayden. Well, it was either she was Nia's kid or there's a secret society of Welsh cat girls. Secret cabal of Welsh cat girls.
I mean, not wrong. And yeah, Issei Hyodo would be an example because the guy is... this is actually one of the credits to that protagonist from that Smutty Harem series, which I have admitted to actually viewing a couple times already, including in the Code Geass review, so can't hide that anymore. What makes the character work is he is bluntly honest about everything. So it's like, the guy literally cannot lie about anything, including his interests and proclivities, which, when you're involved with a bunch of girls who have been screwed over by manipulations and secret keeping and deliberate deception, is something you're gonna end up wanting. Like, with Rios, it's politics. With Akeno, her mother was slaughtered and attacked by her relatives, and her father couldn't do anything because of politics. With Asya,
There they are.
church nonsense. With Zenobia, more church nonsense. With Irina, it was secret keeping. With Kaneko, it was secret keeping by her sister, so she had a completely wrong view of her. With Kuroka, it is, in fact, the entire secret she's keeping was not that big a deal, but she had to murder her previous contractor because her previous contractor was going to abuse her little sister, and Kuroka is a syscon.
Look at you guys. What the hell happened?
And it spirals from there.
You lousy dumbass.
When you're sick of dealing with liars, the most honest person on the planet is going to be preferable.
Did the Mishans do this to you? No. We wiped out all those bastards.
And yeah, DJ Toku, to be fair, demons, different rules. Yeah, different rules about relationships, definitely there, which is one of the mitigating factors to it. Plus, you know, the girls being into those sorts of things. Also being a mitigating factor because, you know, that helps with the agency of it all. Instead of, you know, girls losing their agency to be part of a harem.
The cowards attacked us.
What? Vegeta being evil? No! What?
Obviously, we didn't go down without a fight. But...
This wasn't Vegeta, though.
Then Sugar
Frieza being evil, yes.
taken out. Then they got Borgos. Why? Tell me.
Tell me why?
Ain't nothing but a heartbreak.
You Saiyans really don't know when to die, do ya?
Doria.
The Doria the Explorer?
Guess I'll just toy with you a little bit longer.
But why? Why are you guys...
Being so mean.
You really want to know? Fine by me, seeing as you're already as good as dead.
Pure Crystal, a lot of people really hate Rent-A-Girlfriend. Yeah, I can see that because it's predicated on the fact that you're buying a relationship instead of earning the right to be in one.
And it's still going. What the hell?
You're lying. We faithfully served Lord Frieza for such a long time. We've done everything he's ordered.
Even the hokey pokey.
This is what happens if he decides he doesn't like you.
So this is the thanks we get for all of our hard work.
Basically.
Welcome to corporate America.
It is.
That bastard Frieza. He was just using us the whole time.
Golden Girl, since when did Dodoria have such a high-pitched voice? Probably since they swapped voice actors last for them. Plus, you know, we kind of have some voice acting bias for Antfish when he did Dodoria's voice in DBZ Abridged. I think that was Antfish? No, was Antfish Ginyu? I think he might have also done Dodoria.
You gotta rally the troops and take Frieza out.
Insert Kaijin. Since Gotchard's ending soon, what was your favorite Amalgam Kaijin? We skipped Gotchard. Which, if you guys enjoyed it, fine. We just didn't want to get infested in the card gimmick because limited money in cards. I've actually been buying up the premium DX stuff for Geats in that time. Plus, you know, Chodos. Crystal, apparently there's a rivalry between DXD and Devil's New Testament because of similar motifs. I heard Devil's New Testament had a more accurate adaptation, but I've not seen it to know anything of personally. Opening for Gotchard is good though because Back On X-Flow. Oh yeah, those are two really good bands, so I can see why people would really like that opening. I have not gotten around to hearing it myself.
It's pretty good.
Also, I'm getting the Soto of Rainbow Gotchard because I've seen that. I've seen the clips of that form, and that thing slaps.
Yeah.
Rainbow Dragon form, yes, all of the. Also, Gotchard Daybreak is a fantastic color palette. And like I know there's an entire time travel plot with that, and it's like, you guys know by now my issues with Japan and time travel stories were very, very few writers pulled off effectively.
From what I've been hearing, they're actually pulling it off because they're emphasizing that Daybreak, like, is a potential future, not the future.
Which is good. Which is like, you're saying that you can change the future, don't allow my bad end timeline to become reality.
And it's clear that, like, Daybreak is from the complete bad end. Like,
which is, again, is how you do it, and Keiichi Asagawa is a bit more experienced on those matters to not mangle it. It's just, you know, existing bias against because so many have done it poorly.
And Davis Hayden, I do appreciate the fanfic recommendations, but, like, you know, we're not really, well, Des is, but I'm not really super big into fanfics, so...
Yeah, plus, like, the issue with RWBY fanfics is I've been reading a few more, and a lot of them are kind of more biased upon fanon than other stuff. And it's like, okay, you're disappointed that the creators couldn't flesh out the full setting as much as they would have liked, not realizing that, hey, a lot of stories have that problem.
Dear Crystal, hello. My name is Bardock. You killed my teammates.
Prepare to die. Or there's just, like, stuff that was never going to happen, which they assume was just subverted because of stupid corporate stuff. Like, people saying that Blake and Sun for RWBY were going to be a couple because there was a lot of fan art drawn up about them when, no, from everything I've ever seen, that was never an intended plan. That was just something... That was just one of the two extremes fans went to on that. The other, of course, being Blake and Yang, which actually was planned out.
Yeah, there's always a danger of the fanon overtaking actual canon, and when the actual canon does actual canon things, the fanon has a tendency to make people go, that's not how it's supposed to go.
Yeah. And it's like, it's not our fault you didn't pay attention.
There's no way. He's supposed to be low class.
Whatever class he is.
Well, if he's low class and you guys have no class, oh.
I'm actually friends with Spartan719. Is that one of the writers? Was that the writer for that one?
Kyle, what?
What's wrong, Kakarot? Surely that's not your best. Not again. Damn it! What the hell am I seeing right now? Now die! I've got plenty of power now.
Okay, yeah, that's the writer for Emperor 5-5, the RWBY story that just got recommended. Oh yeah, that guy. Looking through his story listing, I've actually read and followed his Neon Genesis Double, which is exactly what you think in Evangelion Kamen Double crossover. I followed that for a long, long time.
Hell, what kind of freak is this?
A TTK Blazer, I would have thought that if you guys like card games, Card Fight Vanguard would have been your jam.
We never got invested in it. We were involved in Yu-Gi-Oh! And then it's just like the financial investments required to keep up with those games. Like, we want to get the Yubel cards, but because they're all chase cards right now for the metagame, they're like stupid expensive. So even if we wanted to, we couldn't really pick them up because of how costly they are.
Oh, and from Skyfire, the other thing that Gotchard has going for it, insert song by Backon and Beverly.
Yeah. It's like, it's rare that a series has bad music with Toei stuff as of late. Like, I'm actually not a huge fan of a bunch of Geats' insert themes. I think Punk Jacks and Buffas are the best for that series.
Dodoria! Why? Why are you doing this?
Gate9614, what are y'all thoughts on Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? I've actually never seen anything Full Metal Alchemist based, and this was before the Vic Mananana stuff happened.
I never saw Brotherhood, but I did see the original 2003 series.
Yeah, I just missed it. That's why with the original Full Metal Alchemist, that was just something that zipped past me, and I was not engaged with it when it was around.
I feel like I remember somebody saying, some reviewer saying that even though Brotherhood exists, that doesn't mean you should wholesale ignore the original 03 anime. So it's sort of like,
my understanding is you should watch the 03 anime through the parts that Brotherhood just like skips to the end on.
Yeah.
You know, like the part they speed through, you should watch that and then flip to Brotherhood if you want the best showcase of the canonical story.
Yeah, that's what I
Ship this one off.
Let's see. Destination is toward FX50.
Orion Gold, the one notable thing about Godshard for me is the secondary writer is female, yet the season hasn't really fully utilized her to her fullest. Yeah, it's probably because of how late in the series they actually started introducing secondary and tertiary writers that they gave her a second form, great, but then, like, it got a bit lost in the mix of everything else, from what I heard. I hope that if they do, like, V-Cinema specials or Tokusatsu Fan Club specials, that to go with her sun and moon form, her extra final form is a star form. Because, like, you need to do that motif.
It's kind of fire. Me watching your Code Geass reviews right after finishing Geats and realizing that Kei was the Suzaku and so much more of that show clicked for me.
Yeah, it's like, we hadn't even really watched Geats, but from everything that had been going on with his character arc, it was transparent. And then we finished watching Geats a couple weeks ago, and it's like, wow, that was prophetic. It is like, watching the entire series with that, interpretation of KO's character, so much of what he's doing clicks. Rephrase. So much of what he's doing wrong is explicable.
And Keiwa actually survives he was not my favorite character by the end of Geats, but I do think that the fact that he was repeatedly called out for his nonsense.
The entire series long.
The entire series long, and that when he had an opportunity to do the right thing, he did so. So, it doesn't completely absolve him, rather, it's like, you at least recognize your role in messing things up, you know?
What's going on?
And I think, like, more modern, Kamen Rider writers are aware of the Suzaku problem, since it kind of did start with Ryuki and Arata Kagami, and yet people completely got the wrong takes on them.
So I was seeing the future. Then that means... Oh no!
Hey, you alright, Bardock?
Black Century Queen, Keiwa is still a better character than Suzaku. Mainly because Keiwa does not spend the series on a power trip, trying to force everyone... Well, he's still trying to force everyone to do his own thing, but Keiwa's limitations are in his blatant myopia, which no one is letting him just have his way on. So, since he's constantly being called out, the characterization is far better. Because he's being more held accountable, even though Keiwa himself is not changing.
And at DJ Toku, my big issue with Geats is I think it tried to cram too much plot into it.
And unfortunately, that's a bit of an issue with the the show's producers, like, Cable was supposed to have his heel face turn in the second to last arc. Like, that's when that everything there was supposed to be introduced, which is why, like, you have 7 episodes that drag because the plot is not, the main plot with the characters is not being allowed to be pushed forward. Sarah was supposed to be defeated by either Naj Sparrow before he went full Jamato, or by Jamashin Buffa. Not how things went down in the show. And then he was supposed to be in his rage arc from the start of the final storyline, not have the final storyline be subverted to finally do that heel face turn. But because Naomi Takebe insisted it be pushed back because she thought that Keiwa shouldn't go villain and stay villain for as long as he was supposed to, that's why you had that plot rush at the end of the series. DJ Toko, I hated Keiwa's victim blaming too. And yeah, him losing his sister like that in the second to last arc was supposed to be another reason why he was constantly blaming Ace's mom, even though Ace's mom was a victim throughout everything.
But at the very least, like, the show made it clear that that behavior was not okay.
Yeah, and that Kay was supposed to be in the wrong. It's just audience members that did not pay attention. Again. Like you do. But like they do.
Hunter Cross Galleon. Hey Shinta, wanted to say that I love your Yu-Gi-Oh! Review series. It's very enjoyable. Wanted to ask, what is your opinion on the Sonic X anime?
I don't hate it. I think it's like, its early stuff kind of spins its wheels in the mech of the week, situation of the week stuff. I like it a bit more once it gets to like adapting more of the plots of the plots of the games. I actually am one of the people who like the Meta-Rex stuff because it gave it a direction to everything. Overall, for like longer storylines, it's one of the better Sonic cartoons, I should say, since, you know, the rest are cartoons in anime. Granted, I grew up watching the original Sonic Sat AM series more than the Adventures of Sonic Hedgehog, so I like the stronger story beats and characterization stuff over the Sonic Boom comedy plot of the week things. Though I do like Sonic Boom for that joke, thank you Evan, of Shadow the Hedgehog being only the second most popular character in the whole canon.
DJ Toku, Punk Jack as a writer was wasted when he came. I wanted more Pumpkin Bear.
I did too.
Everybody wants a weird Pumpkin Bear,
like,
man.
He should have done his ID core back in the last arc to at least do supporting stuff instead of just in human form, civilian form.
I like how, like, after a point he became, like, the weird rock and roll uncle guy, you know?
Like, at least he was back for the Black Fox movie, but...
But the thing is, you should be, whenever Punk Jack's on screen, whenever Punk Jack is not on screen, we have to ask, where's Punk Jack?
Do or die for the future. The Lone Warrior's final battle. Frieza, he's already close. Gotta hurry.
I always like these moments in games where you're forced to, like... Why am I seeing this stuff?
What's going to happen? Then that kid must be Kakarot.
I mean, you couldn't tell from the hair?
Like, dude, how many other people have that hairstyle?
Damn it. And that's saying Kakarot.
Neon status, time fire, and Geats, and that is awesome. Yes, yes it is. The Fantasy Buckle is amazing, even if it's just a retool of the Ninja Buckle.
Damn.
Neon was my favorite in Geats.
Really gonna happen?
She's the bard.
And it's like, people hating on Ace, it's like, it's the same problem as Kabuto, in that the protagonist is a post-character development character who has a defined goal that the others can't see because they are earlier on in their respective journeys. The protagonist is just far, far ahead of them on that, instead of you seeing them at the starting points of their tales. Kabuto has that same problem with Soji Tendo.
Kakarot.
And so you're just trying to catch up to where he is, and a lot of people don't like that. Like, you're not at day 1, you're at day 3012.
I won't let it. I won't let it happen.
Orion Gold. The Slick Goku series of videos have the backstory involve Bardock going fucking and just taking his family to Earth from Planet Vegeta before Planet Vegeta's destruction. Yeah, the creators of the Slick Goku animated series unfortunately died due to a seizure a few years ago. I became aware of him due to Devil Artemis' stuff, where the guy who did the Slick Goku stuff did cameos.
Was that the future too? I've got no clue what the hell's going on.
Why do we have a side
Quest
quest?
now!
Yeah.
I mean, we might as well do it, but...
Yeah.
Pure Crystal, someone, I'm not kidding here, edited Neon's dad's Henshin with Time Fire's theme. Why does it work? Because Time Fire's theme song slaps?
Yeah, I was like, I bought the Fantasy Buckle, I'm going to get the Memorial DX one simply because, Time Fire's in it. Oh yeah, it's the chef guy.
I also like, to also defend Ace further, what I liked about him was he was constantly trying to support the other writers, because he's been through this stuff so many times, and he understands that the pain and struggles the Desire Grand Prix can bring about. So he's trying to help everybody, but not in a condescending, pushy way, but in a
keep trying. Just because you're up against me and I have to get my goal doesn't mean I'm deliberately denying you yours.
Like, never stop trying and aiming for victory.
Yeah, it's like, it's what you want is just as valid as what I want. And I really like that the movie brought that up as its core theme, to just bring everything home for people who still didn't get it.
And that, like, what made Ace Servat manage to make him stand out after all those centuries of fighting wasn't his power, his intellect, or his, you know, his luck. It was the indomitable human spirit.
Mm-hmm. If Gitsu's adapt, should we get Dan Southward to play Kosei's counterpart? I mean, that would be the strongest of flexes, but we're pretty much at the point where we don't really need Toku adaptations anymore.
Yeah.
Like, okay, from Toku form to anime form to adapt some story beats, like is going to happen with the Begins Night movie, sure, fine, I'm okay with that. But, like, full-on Power Ranger-style adaptations, we don't really need them. I think these days.
I feel like the next best thing would be like what Ultraman's doing with their English dubs.
Yeah.
And like also again, shout outs to the
Subaraya did not need to do that.
They did not, but they did it because they knew accessibility was going to be a thing for people.
Yeah.
You know.
So also Subaraya mad flexing on Toei because Toei can still not, for the life of them, get someone to competently import their shit.
Yeah, and also even better...
Like, rephrase. Discotech is trying, Media Blasters is trying, but they are the slow-born outlier on that, since most of the constant output is Shout Factory-based, and Shout Factory's translations are getting worse by the release.
I was trying to say, but the other flex is with their current release of Ultraman Arc, all like the stuff that all the lettering that would normally be in Japanese for the English dub, they fully translated into English.
Yeah. It's like they're actually listening to criticisms and critiques that people are forwarding to them, which I'm all for. Now, if they could actually properly re-release Gridman with a proper translation, that would actually be fully show the merit of the company. Because again, we told them on that one. We outright told them that the existing translation was bad, and they did nothing about it.
It's Frieza Day.
Ryan Gold, Johnny L. Bosch just cannot avoid being in Toku. Yeah, if you count the Kamen Rider Dragon Knight video game, Johnny L. Bosch has actually voiced characters for the big three, almost every major Toku property. I forget, was he in the Garo anime? I forget if he was in the Garo anime. Because I think that might be the only other one that he's missing a credit on.
Oh, if this is true, this is stupid.
What?
From now on, Marvel Comics will have a QR code to view the final page.
No. That's not what I hate QR codes these days. Because they keep being used for shit they're not supposed to be. And it's like, what happens in the future when the website that hosts the link the QR codes provide goes down?
What?
You will instantaneously make the entire comic worthless.
What?
Also, the irony that to Bardock, the Frieza Force is like a nigh unstoppable force, but later down the road, they all get bodied. You know?
Golden Girl, at this point, Toei just needs to open a branch in the US since they're so skittish. No, the issue is they make their licenses so expensive, so then the companies that import it are either Discotech, which, again, is so specialized that they only really continue because what they release is just in such high demand, they always get high sales. Or they otherwise have no budget to do the release right, as it keeps happening with Shout Factory, where they just throw it out there with the bare minimum effort they can. Because that's all the money they can put in after the license, the bare minimum. It's actually why it took so long to finally get Toku home releases. It wasn't Saban being nonsensical, it wasn't Crunchyroll or Funimation just not wanting it, it was the price tag Toei executives, put in other terms, Shinichiro Shirakura, was putting on them. Where the only things that would actually get over here for the longest time were things that were financial failures. So they were trying to broaden the market to make up the financial loss of them. This is actually how we got one of the reasons we got Zoo Ranger in the first place. Zoo Ranger did not do well. So they made it cheap to license for Hein Saban's little Power Rangers project, and then Power Rangers became insanely successful because, oh hey, dinosaurs, we just had Jurassic Park, let's bank on dinosaurs.
Skates 9614, how powerful would Gohan be if he actually trained during a 7-year time skip?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's honestly, I just kind of, while I do not like how they handle Gohan later, I do understand why he would want to just, like, settle down and...
Plus, you know, the stuff with his mom.
Yeah.
Because Chi-Chi does not help all of that.
But I'd argue that, like, in the real world, like, sure, there's a lot of fighting going on in the Dragon world, but if, like, there's not, like, a job class that says you are now professional fighter man, you know?
Yeah,
like,
and it's like, who would he have actually been training with? Piccolo? Vegeta?
Right.
Who would he have kept his skills up with?
I honestly, like... I honestly do like the idea of Gohan being like, you know what, I'm just going to be responsible. I'm going to be different from my dad and focus on my studies and making sure, you know, my daughters and wife are happy, you know?
But it's kind of the issue with just Dragon Ball Super stuff, Gohan. It's like, if you want to choose one, but you keep waffling to the other just because the situation forces you. It's like, if you want to be uninvolved, be uninvolved.
Although I did hear the latest Dragon Ball Super movie, Superheroes, like...
Which we haven't seen yet, but we heard that was really good and fixed most of the characterization stuff that had been happening throughout Super with Gohan.
But, like, Pana is, like, super adorable in it. Oh god, I'm doing the Kaiser Neko thing now. Damn you, Kaiser! Okay, Discotech, what the hell are you referencing with this one?
What they put up?
The Discotech's latest unhelpful clue. Deep Space Nine, more than a hero, he was a Union man.
All hail Chief O'Brien, but... yeah, what are they doing this time?
And the one from yesterday was... This is a great clue, honestly, for multiple reasons, most of which will be obvious once the title is announced. Alien Ant Farm's Smooth Criminal.
I mean, I really like that song, but I have no idea what they could be referencing with that. Okay, looks like I need a training ground again.
Get the training grounds!
Escape 9614, since she was open to go on actually being a tournament, if you consider the BoJack movie canon. Maybe it's just stuff that's life or death where she's, like, psychotic about it. I mean, to be fair, Gohan is still a young kid at most of that point, through most of the series where she's complaining about it, but there's a point where you kind of just have to say, Gigi, things are going to be worse if things go the way you want them to.
Although I do like the idea that, like, despite Gohan and Goku and all the other, and the boys being, like, factually stronger than Chi-Chi, they do not want to make her mad. It's like...
She has them by the Dragon Balls.
Yeah. She knows how to hurt them. Alright, Goku. You've made me quite mad. No dinner. Oh, that's not the worst thing for a week. I hate having an ear infection.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, I have an ear infection right now.
And it's driving her crazy.
Yeah, because, like, my right ear, I don't really... Everything's fine. My left ear, there's, like, fluid or something going on, and it's constantly rumbling, and it's like having bass being played in one of your eardrums, but you can't turn it off. But yeah, honestly though, I think I'm going to say something controversial. I don't think Frieza Day is all that important. It's a holiday. We should probably just ban it for the records.
It's Christmas in July for aliens.
Yeah, but it's celebrating Frieza. What has he done for us?
Not killed us?
Were we supposed to be grateful that that guy decided not to be psychotic for a day?
Yeah, those are way too strong for my level.
Well, you had to wait EXP things.
Yeah, I don't have the EXP boosters in this, which is kind of irritating. So, okay, let's just complete the chapter of Bardock.
Yep. And then Bardock kills Frieza, then everybody lives happily ever after. And then Beerus showed up because he was like...
Frieza's overused. Yeah, I think it's that problem of iconic, and every other major villain either permanent died, is too weak, or became an ally. So it's like, you're kind of stuck. And then Cell, they don't want to use. Boo became a good guy, and the evil incarnation of Boo became Oob. So, again, Frieza's the only one left of the classic villains. And I say classic, but you all know what I mean by that.
We all know who the real threat, if they wanted to bring back a real terror, Monster Carrot. Like, the power levels on that guy just break things. Like, he could turn anybody into a carrot.
How diabolical. Okay, so moving on.
We've made it this far. Just ends now.
Actually, that's a good thing to call out.
Yeah, do you have enough healing items in your palette and stuff?
Yeah, let me go buy more health drinks, just to make sure.
Gotta get that purple drink.
Trash.
Skyfire 001. No, none of that. Shame on you.
Boo. Is that a reference to that really bad special nobody likes?
Yep. Of all the stupid, convoluted... I forget the actual takedown they did for that, but it's like, yeah. And all to advertise a video game.
Ultra Heal Aid, my favorite. Oh, can you sell stuff?
I can.
Oh, nothing really worth selling.
Yeah, and considering where my health is at right now, I think just the health drinks I bought... Actually, no, I didn't need a few more of the mediums. But yeah, that should actually be more than enough for what I need. Okay, so now back to the outpost for the next set of battles.
Primates versus Unicron. Dragon Ball GT should have done more with Pan and Bra as Z fighters. Honestly, I like the with Pan. I agree, but with Bra, I feel like I love the idea of her not really becoming a fighter. Rather, like she becomes the spoiled princess.
The literal spoiled princess.
Right. It's like, Dad, why are you letting her buy all this stuff? Because she deserves it and she's a good girl. Why didn't I get that?
Because I was an asshole when you were young and you lucked out.
But can you... sorry, that's not how this is going to work, son.
Look, you turned out to be a well-adjusted individual for the most part.
I have trauma!
No, that's the future you.
It's me.
That is literally the future Trunks version of Trunks.
Yeah. It's like, Daddy, can I get this? Like, and also, we got Capsule Corp money. Like, why not? Fun.
Why do you need to do the running pose if you're just gonna fly up?
To be dramatic?
Davis Haven, GT had good ideas but poor execution. Consistently. Because the writers assigned to GT did not know how to do anything. Basically.
Also, don't you have a transformation you can do?
Yep. If I could actually get the right proper buttons to hit.
It's the last stand from Halo Reach with Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Frieza doesn't immediately intervene because he just likes seeing people die.
He's getting some amusement out of the last stand.
DJ Toku. So how is Bardock in space?
Well, you see, they wrote the flashback into the anime first, and then they only came back to do episode of the Bardock special later, so they had to explain why Bardock was in space with a lot of Frieza Force outfitted individuals behind him later to explain that.
I think what he means is, how is he breathing in space?
No, that's the explanation. Like, they drew it first, and they didn't actually consider those kinds of things at the time.
So how's the Kool-Aid Man in space?
How did he get to space?
How is he in space?
How did he get into space?
Peace. You've done it again. But you see, there's a very simple explanation for that.
You see, the chart says...
Don't let him get near the ship! This is the end!
Level 3. Ryan Gold, man, I am annoyed that Hasbro would rather regurgitate more MMPR content. I am tired of MMPR.
Yeah, it's telling that they actually saying that they're going to just finally do their MMPR reboot.
Yeah, it seems like they want to focus on just sticking with MMPR.
Yeah, it's like I generally don't think they understand from the second they got the brand that the MMPR obsession is what actually killed the brand. It didn't allow it to recognize that it had evolved from that original series, and the reason why it saw a ratings drop was because the show stopped being MMPR, but the people who were obsessed with MMPR didn't realize that that wasn't as great as people thought it was. The first season was pretty terrible. It's just, there's been worse stuff since that, and trying to ape the original is what kept making the problem the worse. You embrace the change, you get a consistent run. And now go. Like, that is the key to Super Sentai's longevity. It doesn't do the same thing every year. It shouldn't do the same thing every year.
And even if it reuses a theme, it never tries to do the same thing twice. You know?
Or at least twice close together.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Like, yeah, they had 2 dinosaur theme series within 10 years between Kyoryuger and Ryu Soldier, but Kyoryuger and Ryu Soldier, despite the latter having more stunt work by Koichi Sakamoto, were not the same thing.
Yeah, like, they were what Ryu Soldier was going for and what Kyoryuger goes for are not only different aesthetics, but, like, they're 2 different beasts, you know?
Yes. The dinosaur theme, not pun not intended.
It also just shows the creativity that despite giving a basic idea like dinosaurs, you can do something different with it, you know?
Yeah. But the reason Power Rangers finally died is they kept bad writers on the staff instead of trying to hire somebody that was actually competent or hire back somebody that was competent. The nostalgia issue, and of course, showrunners and people that did not care about the preceding series that were good, nor respected the originator. Like, we've seen the posts about Simon Bennett, like, actually mocking the original Super Sentai despite knowing about it and thinking, who would actually like this? And then not realizing that that was what was being said about the work under him as well. It's like, when you privately mock something that is going to be the basis for what you yourself are making, like, you know that the franchise was not being held in good hands there. Saban fucked up when they bought the franchise back, but you can't say they didn't care. It's just like they did everything wrong, chasing that nostalgia.
Besties forever.
No, none of that. Shame on you.
What's going on about was true. You guys might have been a real pain in the ass. Banded together. But any chance of that happening ends today.
Quit your laughing, you spiky tub of
Where does Boom Studios fit into that? Boom Studios is continuity patching. That's basically the best way to describe what a lot of what they end up having to do. It's like going back to that the MMPR nostalgia band, but not completely ignoring that other series existed eventually, but still unable to fix the larger problems of canon that Saban and Hasbro screw-ups inevitably left for them. So it's like, it's hard to hate it because they had no true creative control, but will at least be able to tell stories in their bubble. Like, they canonized the Talon Ranger stuff that Dino Charge was supposed to do, but Saban didn't.
You lousy piece of...
Talon Ranger, of course, being the Death Ryuger equivalent. Like, oh no, we're not going to pay for the money for the rights to use the original fight footage for this. It's like, what's the fucking point then? You literally spend a year advertising you were going to do it, then you didn't do it.
Damn it!
Oh yeah, as Orion Gold puts up, the season splitting. The season splitting is another thing that made everything terrible. I went off on that enough, I felt it didn't really need to be said. And it's the entire, and it was a poster child for the problem of the season splitting in that you have a natural conclusion or a point to put it to be continued on or a cliffhanger on, and then you don't exploit it to, and instead just end everything, and then you waste people's time starting things up and resetting the status quo again when you could have just kept going.
So you finally show your damn face.
I must commend you on your efforts thus far. Although I had originally planned on simply reducing you...
Skyfire001, what Sentai and writer shows do you hate that everyone else seems to love? For me, it's Tokyuja and Ryuki. Tokyuja and Ryuki are highly contested, so it's not everyone seems to love either of them.
Although I do see more people praising Ryuki for some reason, and it's like...
Ryuki was never good, and it's the origin of a lot of modern writers' biggest sins, but it has been a contested series since its start. It's never had widespread love and popularity. Tokyuja is baffling as a call-out for that. I think it's just the bias towards Yasuko Kobayashi, where if you see her problems as a writer, you're fine with it. If you're not, it's one of the worst things Toei's ever done.
Wow, Frieza's actually in the chair. That's different.
Implies a partnership between equals. You saints and I are anything but.
The fact that I'm actually poking at his health bar.
Yeah.
Like, this is obviously a battle you're not supposed to win, but...
I'm a Saiyan raised on Earth. What's going on? Was that Frieza? The guy standing in front of him. Was that Kakarot? Why am I seeing this? Did the two of them fight?
And as your superior, I wish you all good.
Ryan's first shooter card. You know, Kara did a good rant on Nick splitting PR seasons in half. And here's the thing. Like, Saban and Disney, when they had the seasons, they still split them in half for, like, mid-season cliffhangers. That wasn't the problem. It wasn't even how far they were running them apart. It's how every time they went on break, they had to reset the status quo instead of continuing on from where they last were. That meant you kept wasting story momentum and potential to drive a narrative along just because you had to start pushing the reset button to get things back to where you finally could tell things again. And that's why things kept getting worse, as after you did the status quo reset, then things got worse because the storytelling was never there for that back half to carry on for it.
Oh, shit. Shanky.
Surely you've realized by now just how outclassed you are. If I am a dinosaur...
Damn it! I'm doing nothing! Now of all times?
I intend to rid the universe of every last one of you.
Is this really The future.
Yeah, it's like, even if I deplete that health bar, Frieza's not dying here. It's just gonna be the end point of this event.
Monkeys weren't actually the threat I feared you were. But given you could encounter
Oh, give me that crap! Why are you doing this? Did everything you ordered us to do!
Well, you see, Beerus really doesn't like you, so... Well, then, just for the sadist perspective, it's just fun for Frieza.
have a taste of hell itself. This is but a greeting.
How do you keep getting back up? Senzu beans. Senzu what?
I mean, Senzu lemonade.
Die already!
Have a taste of hell itself.
Not again!
Hell is other people.
I'm going to defeat you! That's the future. And Planet Vegeta. And me.
Have a taste of hell itself. This is but a greeting. Oh, I'm aware of that. And that's why I aim to eradicate you all at once, so you can feel no fear. That's where the fun begins. Have a taste of hell itself. Have a taste of hell itself.
Frieza's favorite gaming genre has to be Toho. Shmups.
Like seriously, like all those meteors falling.
This is a shmup at this point.
He's not even getting out of his gaming chair.
Happy Festival fireworks.
Ow.
You Saiyans are truly a thorn in my side. I am a merciful master after all.
Died for him!
I think we made him mad.
Playtime is now over.
Time's over.
Disappear!
So why don't you go and join your brethren in death?
Show what we Saiyans can really do. You're dead! You're dead!
You're dead.
You're gonna pay!
Would have been a mad flex had they had Bardock go Super Saiyan for just a second.
Yeah.
It's not over. This is it. This will change everything. The fate of Planet Vegeta. My own fate. The fate of Kakarot also. Your fate as well! This ends now! What the?
Farewell, foolish saint.
I hope you like the retirement package.
I thought you have a bright future ahead of you.
I mean, the Death Bolt does send him back in time, so...
We're not talking about that. That didn't happen.
Zangetsu, what, no quick time event? Oh, I pressed fasted too fast for it to actually show on screen.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, what realm of the afterlife did Bardock end up in? And since he got brought up in the granola stuff, are they actually going to see him at all in the afterlife? Like, it's kind of that one loose plot thread a lot of people like to surmise about, but we never end up seeing anything there.
Dang. Now that's a planet explosion.
And it didn't even take 5 minutes this time.
Magnificent! Oh my, look at the display! Sarban Dodoria!
There's the fireworks line. Etsui Nada! That scrap of fabric will float forever.
Kakarot, it's all up to you now. Avenge us. Avenge the Saiyans and planet Vegeta.
How are you speaking to your son like this?
I'm a ghost!
Ghost Bardock would have been hilarious.
Aww.
Huh? What do we have here? A baby boy! Where did you come from?
Oh, Grandpa Gohan.
Huh? Oh my, look at that! You have a tail! Oh, well, this is no place for a child like
I'll
you.
name you
Would you
Clark.
like to come stay with me? Oh, you're a sprightly little one, aren't you? What do you say to becoming old Son Gohan's new grandson?
What happens to the old grandson?
You're gonna need a name. Let's see,
What happened to the old grandson?
We don't talk about that.
Goku. You'll be Son Goku. I'll make sure you grow up nice and strong.
Aww.
Upsy daisy! Upsy daisy! Upsy daisy! Upsy daisy!
And thus began the epic tale we know today as Dragon Ball.
Okay, that was Chapter Bardock, so back to the main story. As soon as the thing actually lets us. Oh, Prince Vegeta's story?
What? Oh, that's interesting.
Huh.
Lexi hungry.
Unless there's somebody I can put on Roshi's board. Just the Ox King is the other one for that trio. I'm guessing the Ox King is in another quest that'll be coming up. Okay, so gonna toss this up to the chat. Do we want to do Vegeta's story, or do we want to go more towards androids?
I'm actually gonna go to the store. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because Lexi needs food. A hungry Lexi is not a fun Lexi.
Trash.
Did you do the History of Trunks DLC? I'm trying to do these in order, so that one would not be up yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vegeta DLC, so we gotta find that then. Be sure it's over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the time machine functions of those battles, so where do I go? There I go. Gotta actually go to the TV to walk over to the TV to actually see what the marker is for what. Swear that the map is way too zoomed out. Apparently, it's actually also still at the city, so I went the completely wrong direction. Go figure.
No reason to head this way. Trash.
I'll be right back, but with the printer.
Planet Vegeta. His His exceptional power level has earned him the respect of not only his fellow Saiyans, but also that of the Frieza Force. However, little does he know what fate has in store for him. This is the beginning of that story, one part of a larger tale.
Okay, go ahead and begin your training.
Come. And try not to bore me. I want to fight to the death. Well now, so you do have some fight in you.
And immediately into a fight that I did not see because I was off fixing a thing. That's on me.
Dirty bastard! So this is all the Cybermen can do, huh?
Yeah, I forgot to pause because I was thought there was going to a cutscene, not to a straight-up fight. But whatever, recovered.
Dirty bastard! Is that all?
How? Those are the best Cybermen we have! Better get some new ones then. That was child's play for Prince Vegeta.
Nappa, the only Saiyan to lose his hair that we know of.
Fine child.
I'm done here. Hurry and open the gate.
Yes, sir. Way to go.
Spare me the ass kissing. I'm not getting any stronger on a dump like this. Maybe I'll convince Frieza to assign me another planet he's planning on conquering.
Another one?
Hey there, Vegeta. More training today, huh? Guess a pampered brat like you's got nothing better to do.
What?
You're one to talk, Kui. You've got time to bother me, after all.
Always got something to say, don't you? And here I was ready to spar with you.
Spar with me? Are you serious?
Yeah, I am. You haven't heard? Words going around that me and you are rivals. They say it's because our power levels are about even. Yeah, right. There's no way a tactical genius like me could ever be compared to a spoiled Saiyan prince.
Well, you see, according to the official Saiyan handbook,
Who the hell you're talking to?
I'm talking to Vegeta, not his meathead lackey.
Ooh, got you there, Nappa.
Well, you want to settle this?
God, the size difference is even more extreme. I know Vegeta's a kid, but wow.
All right then.
But Prince Vegeta, you just went through your training.
Don't care. That was nothing more than a warm-up. Besides, this goon could use a bit of a handicap anyway.
Cocky little brat. All right. This is the last time you run that monkey mouth of yours.
DJ Tuga, wow, this version of Midoriya is more like Bakugo. Imagine Justin Briner voicing Bakugo throughout, My Hero Academia.
Better give up
Like, swap him and Clifford Chapman, I think that'd be hilarious.
Same thing.
Now then, show me what you can do, and then I'll show you something better.
I'm actually impressed, Queen. You have no right to be this confident, and yet you are.
Get over. You're starting to piss me off.
Also, we can also call this Midoriya with balls.
Ah, you're still alive.
Well, aren't you full of yourself?
The Cybermen weren't cutting it, but you're a bit better. Thanks for not being complete garbage.
You punk! At least you're good at trash talk.
Perhaps you should try harder. It'd be a shame to die while so out
Yeah, every time I try and do a super attack, I get interrupted. Literally every fucking time.
You've got no reason to be that happy. Get out of here! Here goes! Here goes! Choke on it! Choke on this! Get out of here! Too late to beg for mercy!
This cretin's gone too far.
You said people called you my rival, didn't you? Sorry, but you're not good enough for that honor. I guess that makes you lower than a spoiled Saiyan prince.
What's going on? What the hell is this?
There'll be nothing left of you! Maybe now, even as dumb as you are, you can finally see who's superior.
This can't be. How can a brat like you be this powerful?
Because I've been training constantly. Even if I'm up against peons like Cybermen, I train just to get a little stronger. I haven't been sitting on my ass all this time like you. You're my inferior. Accept it.
Whatever. I'll let this slide just this once. I knew you were tired from your training, so I went easy on you. Next time, though, you're dead. No special treatment. Got it?
Next time, huh? Why not right now?
I've got a job to do, that's why. I can't be wasting my time with you. But remember this, little prince. Your days are numbered.
Pardon me, but are you two finished?
Shut up! Can't you see I'm busy?
Well, glad that's over with.
He was running his mouth, so all I did was put him in his place.
I bet he's pissing himself. Now that he knows how tough we Saiyans are.
He may be a blowhard, but he's not a pushover. He'll be stronger next time we meet. And I'm counting on that, to be honest. I plan to use him to better myself. Maybe it wouldn't be wrong to call him a rival after all.
Oh, right! A clever idea, Prince Vegeta. I hadn't thought of that.
You don't think of much, do you, Nappa?
Vegeta,
What is it?
we received word during your training earlier that your next target...
Tengetsu, thoughts on Seed Freedom. Have you not been watching the scripted video or any of the previous streams we've done this year? We went and saw it live. It's good.
Right away?
It's really good.
I can give
It
the word.
earned more than anything in Code Geass's movie timeline in 3 days.
Take care of first.
Business?
Again, I talked about this explicitly in the Code Geass reviews. I kind of get irritated when I spend all of this time on scripted video stuff, and people show that they did not watch the scripted videos when they come into the streams.
Yeah, what are you doing here? See, this ain't no place for chumps like you know.
I'm here to pay my respects to Lord Frieza before I depart.
There's no need. Just head to the target planet.
I don't mind, Zarbon.
Sorry, Lord.
Vegeta, I trust you'll do me proud.
I will, thank you.
There's no need to thank me.
What did Lord Frieza say?
He said he trusts us to do him proud.
Ha ha! Do him proud, huh? Well, that shouldn't be too much of a problem for me and you. Ha ha!
Well, it was you and me, and all the people. I don't know why. Can't keep my eyes off of you.
He still has the upper hand, but not for long.
And by not that for long, he means like 20 years.
Understood. Prepare for launch. Now then, how should we go about our attack?
I have a plan. Attack.
Just look at the sheer numbers that gathered in one place. Not that their power levels are anything special.
I see.
I'm getting readings in a few other spots. Maybe we ought to strike there. Scatter their forces, you know?
Fine. Looks like we'll have to split up. Nappa, you take the other side.
What? But we, won't be able to have each other's backs that way.
There's no need. We'll just push through on our own.
Oh, okay.
If you end up dying here, that'll just show you never had much skill to begin with. I don't need Saiyans to go down so easy. You got that?
Yep, yes, sir.
I think it's time we got started. Listen up! No holding back! Put Saiyan power on full display! Move out!
Got it.
Well, where should we start this party?
You know, this also gets funny because, you know, in DBZ Abridged, Justin Briner was originally going to be adult Gohan. If they had actually done Boo stuff, and then he got cast for My Hero Academia for real. And then, you know, it all comes full circle, in a way.
Not a lick of sense.
And with that, that's already most of the map filled in for the Vegeta story. So this shouldn't take us that long. Hopefully.
Weaklings. I'm going to make quick work of you.
Primus vs. Super Crunch. You know which version of the Suzaku you hate more, TV or movie? Yeah, that's the characterization. That's the one character's characterization that does not change its depiction in between timelines. Suzaku is terrible regardless of timeline. The issue is just they cover it up more in the movie timeline to depict Lelouch as worse than he is. And that's the irritating thing. They ruin Lelouch's character just to make Suzaku seem not as much of a shithead. And that never flies with me whenever it's done with any character. And it's one of the reasons why I really genuinely hate compilation movies a lot of times. It's like, you get the most important parts of the story wrong because you skipped over them for time.
Weaklings. No use complaining now. I'm going to make quick work of you. There'll be nothing left of you! Too late to beg for mercy! Over already?
DJ took not true. Suzaku's great when he's in soup. Thing is, the soup store sketch actually further shows the point. He's so blinded by his own myopia that he's right about everything that situations like that directly occur. He thinks he's in the right store, he's in the wrong store. Anyone who tells him that, asks him why he's like that, is going to get just a big fuck you from the guy.
Make this fun for me.
It's like, it's not a bug, it's not spoof parody, it's a feature. That's ironically what what kind of is the problem with Code Ment overall. It's like, you think, like, that stuff they thought was parody? No, that's actually Suzaku. You missed the point of the characterization. You looped around fully into getting it straight on. Oh, and if you couldn't tell, with me entirely skipping clips of Code Ment in the Code Geass review, I'm not a fan of Code Ment. He's level 3 already?
Prepare for oblivion! You pathetic fool! Suffer!
Holy crap! Oh, let's completely clear out the map from that.
down. Your existence ends in disappointment. Nappa, status report.
Sir, I wiped out about a good fifth of them.
I see. Well, if we find any enemy bases, we'd better wreck them good.
Roger.
Nappa with hair is weird.
Yeah.
Make it go away.
It's okay, Alexis. Nappa with hair can't harm you. He is long dead. Hey, there's a side quest over here. What are the odds we ran into Malone again?
I've still got things to do.
I am going the wrong way.
Nothing worthwhile past here. You're barely fit to entertain me. I'm going to make quick work of you. Too late to beg for mercy.
Wait, is that Deku?
Yes. Justin Briner voices young Vegeta.
That's hilarious.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, chat. There's a cat down here.
Not a lick of sense.
How would Nappa look as Super Saiyan 3? I've always been of the opinion that he would end up looking like a... Oh crap, I ran into the wrong area.
Trash sure loves to clump together, doesn't it? Once we crush them here, this planet will be ours. Ha, guess they know it's pointless to flee. Time for some fun.
I may have screwed up here.
I'll give you a
Okay, yeah.
Too late to beg for mercy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. If it ain't the consequences of your actions.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to abuse the crap out of the wave thing.
Yeah. I just gotta charge it up first.
Too late to beg for mercy. So soft. They can barely fight. That doesn't mean they deserve mercy, though. I don't care what trash I'm up against. I'll obliterate them. Your fates were sealed the moment we say and set eyes on your planet. Prepare for oblivion! You pathetic fool! Stop him!
See, this isn't so bad. Yes.
Don't worry, the pain will be temporary.
There'll be nothing left of you! There'll be nothing left of you!
To be fair, this is the most Vegeta thing to do.
Yeah. Like, I was trying to go to that side quest.
Keep last time?
Yep.
Prepare for oblivion! You pathetic fool! Suffer! There'll be nothing left of you!
So the EXP gain from all this might be pretty high.
Yep.
There'll be nothing left of you! Prepare for oblivion! You pathetic fool! Suffer!
They're probably all like, it's just one short kid. What is going on here?
Skyfire001, so have you guys done any of the 7-star raids for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Oh, they have kicked our asses. We could not get that Sceptile that was available a couple weeks ago.
It whipped our butts.
Even with type advantage.
Like, you have to be freaking lucky with those, I swear.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like how the raid Pokemon can do way more stuff than you, the trainer, is able to do.
Even, like, you generally need 4 people for that, because if you're at, even if you're at 3 people and an NPC, the NPC is not going to carry the weight.
Don't be afraid of me. That fear won't keep you or your planet around any longer. It's over. Prepare for oblivion! You pathetic fool! Suffer!
Black Century King, have they fixed Scarlet and Violet? Scarlet and Violet had bugs. It was never actually broken. And most of the bugs were funny.
Don't mind me, I'm just being this like C2 right now.
Yeah. Yeah, never want to deal with Hangry Lexi.
Yeah, Hangry Lexi once wiped out the dinosaurs. That's true story, by the way. Look it up.
Yeah. Skyfire 001. Oh, we get solo builds for the raids. Yeah, we tried that. It didn't work. Like, Hyper Train did everything. Best of the best, statting we could, ideal typing, ideal resistances, ideal health gain drains. It did. We got beaten like a drum.
I think you're gonna actually be able to do this.
Yeah. Okay, that should take me up into the 800 range. Yep. Skyfire 001, like for Sextile Cliff Able with
can I do it? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that was the thing. We got when we learned that, we got Clefables, we trained the crap out of them.
We hyper-trained them.
We hyper-trained
them.
We maxed their levels as much as we could. We got their best move set.
And we still couldn't do jack shit against it.
Yes, it also had the unaware ability.
Like, we got it trained, and we spent over, and like, it feels like an hour?
Yeah.
An hour. Fighting and fighting and fighting that Sceptile, and we couldn't do jack shit to it. And every time, like, the NPC for that was not holding their weight. Which is really irritating for me, because Sceptile is one of my favorites.
You want to do Z-Blast and rest?
Yep. It'll basically leave the final boss left over. Ooh, that one's level 38. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm gonna be at once I get done with this fight.
Yeah, you're just being full Vegeta right now, punching above your weight class.
Yep. Until the weight class punches back. Black Citrus King still sucks that Sceptile didn't get a secondary typing. Not like it needs it when it's not up against fire or ice or flying.
A tedious planet.
$34.
Nappa, status report.
Oh, all right. I'm still fighting, but I've wiped out about 80% of them.
Got it. Give them hell to their bitter.
This is so funny. He sounds so adorable.
You got it.
Yes, I am the prince of all things. Yeah, sure, kid.
Deku with Zenkai boosts.
Oh, that would be terrifying. He's got like that sitcom dad haircut.
Guess it's time to report back to Prince Vegeta. Huh? A message from the Frieza Force? That's new. Never been contacted by them before. Nappa here. Yeah, of course I can hear you. Prince Vegeta, can you hear me?
What is it?
I just got a transmission from Lord Frieza. He said somehow Planet Vegeta's just vanished without a trace.
Oh? And what?
I guess it was taken out by a giant meteor or something. I can't believe it. Only a few Saiyans are left, including us.
Huh. And what?
Oh. Well, that was it.
This planet's about done for, too. I need to ask Lord Frieza for another to conquer. One more challenging.
The true reason for Planet Vegeta's destruction will remain unknown.
What was the dual typing of the water type in Galar? Like, I think all the Galar starters were single type, weren't they?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Eventually, his path would come to odds with two
Hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby.
Frieza, the evil.
Frieza's the coughing baby.
Kakarot, the low-class warrior raised on Earth.
I fucking swear. Like, that's annoying where I couldn't go to that side quest.
Oh, well, at least you got 2 things out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, androids?
Let me see what the soul emblems are like on the community board.
Jinzo Negan? Well, the technical term is cyborg and androids.
Elite warriors of the past. Yeah, they both go on the training board. To no surprise.
DT's just alone on the cooking board.
Yeah. I need to move Ader.
I don't believe it. The Saiyan race on the brink of extinction.
Why should I care about anyone else? I don't need any weaklings.
The ego triumphant!
King Vegeta in hell. Jeez, did I raise you to have such an ego? What the hell, kid?
Okay, so I'll go back to that Vegeta side quest thing later on.
Davis Hayden. With how hurt Deku gets, if he had a Zenkai boost, that would make him beyond broken.
Yep.
Oh god, can you imagine if that implied every, like, starting from, like, chapter one?
When he broke his arm trying to save Ochako.
Yeah, it's like, huh, I feel slightly stronger now. I wonder what that means. Boom! Like, just like...
Where to go?
Okay, so since we actually were in the main game last, I actually did a bunch of Dragon Ball rounds to revive all of... well, a bunch of stuff. And hey, a poor quest right here. What is the odds it's the continuance of the defaming of Yamcha? Yep. Yes, he learned how to wax a car.
Damn.
Catfire001, I wonder what the stars for Legend ZA will be. That's a good question. I forgot that was a game that was going to be a thing. The man, the myth, the legend.
Okay, DJ Toku, Davis Hayden, our Deca was already beyond broken by society.
I mean, imagine if he got a Zenkai boost throughout his childhood every time Bakugo beat him up.
Joey, for every body part that he broke, each body part gets a Zenkai boost.
Now I'm imagining with him starting out with a really buff legs and an arm.
Jeez, man, you didn't have to hurt him that hard.
I am literally level 60.
I'll give me Yamcha.
Damn.
Yeah, send Yamcha to... Oh, wait. Do you remember Love?
Great movie. Yeah, I would have loved to see that movie in theaters.
Huh?
Yamcha sure is a brave guy.
Come on, bless your heart. You don't need to praise Yamcha. You want to just go do more side quests or go straight?
That's what I'm doing.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't have enough time to actually start the Android stuff, but since I revived everybody who died from the beginning of Z to through Namek, like, we've got 4 more villains to actually go and talk to and get the medals for. Ah, there we are.
I think I can handle this.
I'll make quick work of you.
The hell?
Naboku became a bunch of robots.
Don't kid yourself. You could never beat me.
That was weird. He's still just standing there. Menacingly. And thus a Masako X What If begins.
Hey, Gohan, I'm your uncle, Uncle Nappa.
Why, you? What? Oh, come on! What? Why, you? Special No way!
Come on. Sure.
Okay?
Hey.
Sure, Nappa, you're gonna get stronger than Gohan. That'd be a fun matchup.
Hey there.
Team Gohan versus Hibiki.
Hmm. Okay, so... Now, a bit of a spoiler for this. I accidentally already did Zarbon's when trying to do a Dragon Ball hunt, so I've already got his, but... This should... I think it's Dodoria and then one other that I have to get yet. Because seriously, he was literally standing on top of a Dragon Ball, so I was forced to do it. Okay, yeah, this is Raditz.
Unky Raditz?
Yep.
Hey kids, it's me, Raditz!
I think I can handle this.
You're ready for a real challenge? Destructo Disc! I won!
This'll end it. Shit. 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 Shit.
Did I not have Piccolo in the party?
Shit.
Okay, I'll swap to Piccolo then.
Hey. What?
There we go.
What?
Would have been funny if Vegeta did it, but Vegeta's not that considerate.
Ah!
Fine.
Special beam cannon! No way!
I basically just backhand the Cyberman.
No way! Shit. Ah!
Hey!
Fine.
Okay, and then...
DJ Tuku, since Nappa's bald, all his Super Saiyan 3 goes to its mustache.
Yeah.
And then Skyfire, mustache.
It's Team 3-Star.
I think I can handle this.
Okay, so who's out in the middle of nowhere? Pretty sure this is Dodoria. Yep.
I think I can handle this. I'm gonna take you down.
Well, I won. Really?
Got it.
Are you done being a bad guy?
Hey, look at that.
You kicked me in the face.
No.
You did Roshi's little laugh.
Here goes.
It exploded. Oh, you're not getting that back from the afterlife.
No.
Okay, that was some pity hits.
No.
Kneel before Gohan!
Yeah.
Gohan, does this look like the face of Mercy?
No, no, it does not.
Vegeta, bad man.
Yep, the bad man shirt.
You're really not gonna do any more evil, right?
Okay, talk to Roshi. Because he's been giving out some items as of late.
I think I can handle this.
I passed him.
Very well. Later. Very well. Later. Very well. Later. Very well. Later.
Later.
Very well. Later. Very well. Later. Very well.
I love it when this happens in a game when you...
We just get a bunch of stuff for free.
Yeah, like you let things accumulate and then you just get that sound clip over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
We call this the circle of friends.
And then there's normal Nappa.
Normal Nappa. Alola Nappa is just Nappa wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
Pretty much.
Pretty much instantly turning him into a gold.
Yep. Trying to see if there's anybody else that needs levels that I've not gotten closer to max.
Kitty. Oh, lunch.
Hmm? What about launch?
He's only silver.
No, the stats. I'm looking to see who needs stat boosts. Yeah, see? Yeah, that's basically everything for the moment. And that means... And no new wishes I can make. Means I've got all the side quest characters for the moment, I believe. Meaning, next time we're back at this, we can actually start the Android Saga.
Well, they're actually better called as cyborgs.
Jinzo Ningen.
Jinzo Ningen!
Yeah, and this is actually, we're gonna call it for the day, since I'm probably gonna have to go in to work. I would have gotten a call by now if I wasn't. So, yeah. We'll save, and we'll back out for the time being. So, thanks everybody again for stopping by. We will see about getting Final Fantasy XIV all sorted so we can start those streams again next week.